During his 1944 State of the Union address to Congress, Franklin Roosevelt proposed what he called his Economic Bill of Rights. In it, he outlined the basic economic rights that all Americans have and rights that the federal government should guarantee. His message reinforced the philosophy behind the New Deal that was the hallmark of his presidency. Throughout Roosevelt's terms in office, he continued to build and expand on the New Deal. Trying again to stimulate the economy, in 1935 Congress created the Works Progress Administration. This would be the largest jobs creation program of the New Deal. Congress authorized $11 billion for the agency. Throughout its existence, the WPA employed 8.5 million workers. Mostly the program focused on building post offices, schools, and other large-scale construction projects. However, the WPA also had programs to employ white-collar workers such as writers and even artists. Many of the paintings and murals that decorate government buildings today were created by these New Deal artists. Also in 1935, Congress passed the National Labor Relations Act, also called the Wagner Act. As the name would suggest, the National Labor Relations Act dealt with labor issues. The goal was to create a fairer workplace by guaranteeing workers' rights to unionize and to binding arbitration in labor disputes. In 1937, FDR tried to relieve the plight of American farmers who were still dealing with the impact of the Dust Bowl by creating the Farm Securities Administration. Because thousands of migrant workers were living in squalid camps throughout California, the FSA built a number of sanitary camps in which migrant workers could live with their families. The FSA is perhaps most famous for its photography division. In order to bring the public's attention to the plight of America's poorest citizens, FSA photographers traveled the country documenting the conditions of poverty-stricken farmers, sharecroppers, and Okies who were fleeing the Dust Bowl. Many of the iconic photos of the Great Depression that we see today were part of this effort. Perhaps the greatest legacy of the New Deal was the Social Security Act of 1935. The goal of the Social Security program is to provide some social and economic safety net for those who are unable to work due to old age or disability. Social Security is paid for by a special payroll tax. Employees pay into the system while they are employed. When they reach the age of 65 or they can no longer work, they are then able to draw a monthly paycheck. The Social Security system, along with some other New Deal programs, are still in effect today.